pessoal, espero que tenham gostado do último vídeo e desta vez trago-vos outra vez Dungeons 2. Vamos aqui continuar o game. Vamos conquistar o submundo e matar uma série de pôneizinhos irritantes de cores paneleiróficas. Sim, porque nós somos OPs. Vá, começa lá, cara, despacha-te lá. Oh, Popota, cala-te. Não, a cama é de casal, ou seja, cabem nas pontas, não. Onde eu tenho a roupa para arrumar é mesmo em cima de onde estão. Parece uns chucos. Não me olhes assim, que parece uns chucos. Que minha mãe de Deus. Antes já carregou, lá está aqui a cara. Ora, tenho que fazer mais orcs. Quantos orcs é que eu tenho? Oh, tenho dinheiro para isso. Preciso matar a população? Eu não, mano, não. It's a little snock. What the hell? Não dá nenhuma. O que é que os gajos estão fazendo? O que é que os gajos estão fazendo, mano? Não, lixador estou eu, mano. Bem louco, tanto ouro, meu Deus. Onde eu vou estourar tanto ouro? Nem eu sei. Tenho que matar a população. Como assim? Tanto ouro, nem sequer eles sabem onde é que andam por.
It's payday.
Paga à vontade. O expandir isto, como é que expande isto? Assim? Para que já assim se expanda. Bloodmore Treasury, ok. Então,
Suddenly, one of the repellent evil servants became very thirsty. This was typical of a troop member of the unanonymous alcoholics known as the Horde. The Dipso made his way to the nearest brewery to quench his thirst. A thirsty orc arrived at the brewery. Eager and slavering, he started demolishing the alcohol-hoarding evil's stock of beer.
Man.
The creatures of the ultimate evil suddenly developed a craving for chocolate. Chocolate.
Vamos lá parar isto e tal. Torzar, ok. Eu quero fazer um treasury novo.
The evil has awoken, but its brothers are still asleep.
Huh? What on earth was that? That's not in my script. What a weirdo. No matter. We better get back to concentrating on the dungeon.
Bem louco, meu. Tinha uma sala só de perdido. Não. Expandir a barbaria. Álcool. Os bichos. Os bichos com tecer e tal. Ok. Mais. Não, daqui. Como é que eu faço? Pega-nos como fossem insetos, bem louco.
Payday.
Paga aí, meu.
The ultimate evil had lit a fire in the dungeon and begun to barbecue. smell of freshly roasted meat wafted through the underground.
O que ela ia fazer, mano? Ah, estás a fazer a cerveja, ok. Ah, mas o que é que eles estão fazendo?
The snail-like evil was slow.
Okay.
So very slow. It took almost eons to create even one tiny bit of an orc army. Fortunately, at this very moment, some orcs fell from the heavens to strengthen the army. This was a miracle, and had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that a certain narrator had got hideously bored and was doing all he could to speed up the process. One louse-infested orc crawled up from the depths and declared allegiance to the ultimate evil. The first step towards the creation of a powerful army had been taken. At the exact moment in which the ultimate evil hired an orc, the spiders suddenly became aware of its presence and attacked the dungeon. This was an incredible coincidence and was in no way connected with any triggers or scripts in the level map. The abysmal evil used the Hand of Terror to grab several of the creatures that were still completely inexperienced at fighting and threw them onto the spider's nest. The creature disappeared into the pit of uselessness with a long drawn and gradually diminishing. This particular act of wickedness brought a smile to the face of the ultimate evil.
Ai, olha que aranhas, meu. Olha as aranhas, ó, palhaço.
The dungeon of the ultimate evil was full of gelatinous cubes. Invisible gelatinous cubes.
Aranhas do capeta, meu. Meus amigos, venham para aqui. Fora, vá para lá. Tu anda cá. Destruam essa bosta. Ah, para tapar-me, ok.
Payday.
Ah bem, já sei que é perder, estás sempre a dizer isso. Ah, bora, meu. Meia hora, pô.
Monstrosity loomed out of the darkness on 6, no, 8.
Mano, bem louco.
This dungeon's human guards had been ancient history for a long while. Now it was home to a huge spider and her brood. Would Sam and Frodo escape it and continue their journey to Mount Doom, or was this the end of the Ring Bearer? Hang on a minute, that's not the right text. Where were we? Oh yes, a huge spider, henceforth called the Spider Queen. It would be necessary to eliminate the Spider Queen before the Horde could reach the surface. The Spider Queen sent forth a wave of her children. Of course, the ultimate evil was fully aware of this danger and immediately prepared to defend itself against them.
Mas devido a... Meu Deus. Já sei que uma coisa... Dá para o inglês. Só. Okay, my fucking friend. Oh, isto dá para pôr nos bichos, mano. Não, que é uma coisa aqui? Um garrafone de petróleo, nada. The liquor and the... Ok, nice.
And another
Mata, que
wave of
bicho.
spiders set out to destroy the ultimate evil.
Dá para apanhar um porquê, meu. Mata que é bicho.
Payday.
Vou arriscar. Já só vi um. Ou não, dois.
In the meantime,
Oops.
several carnivorous penguins had begun to make their way to the ultimate evil's dungeon. They would arrive eventually,
E morreu.
but definitely not before this story is ended.
Preciso de mais coisinhas de vida. Até aqui o outro. Acho que só tem pouquíssima vida. É bem, é bem.
The Spider Queen again sent her children out to attack the dungeon, even though
that's
this
the
tactic had
base.
failed the last time. A certain AI, the vile perversion, once called the Spider
Bateu os
Queen,
paus.
had nothing more with which she could fight the Horde. Later, the sensitive evil would have her innards made into a lava lamp. The way to
Bem
the
louco.
surface was open. Now it was time to put those vengeance plans into practice. The vile evil wanted to take this opportunity to utter a really sinister laugh. But unfortunately, its physical state made this unviable. Instead, it asked the narrator to do a bit of sinister laughter on its behalf.
Ok.
Here goes. Deep breath.
Hã? Sei o que. Vai então, e começar outra parte da campanha. Fucking stupid caneta. Vá, pá, carrega logo. Eu estou aqui todo partido, não. Espero que tenham gostado deste jogo, que este jogo é bem divertido. Até eu me fartar.
According to scouts, King Robert spent
Tá
most
vindo
of
louco
his
para
time
mim.
strolling around his hunting lodge garden, reciting poetry. Soon his poetry would turn into mournful ballads. The vengeful evil thirsted to defeat the Alliance's king and mount his head on the wall as a trophy. Whoops, of course, I really mean that he wanted to take all of King Robert's cookies away. Better play it safe, or the age classification folks will be after him.
Ok.
Before that, however, the ultimate evil had to do a bit of work on the dungeon. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to fund even a small army made up of a few orcs.
Ok. Começamos todos outra. Tá, vai dar lá para o sítio. Vocês vão trabalhar ou. Agora não consigo. Largou o bicho. Trabalha aqui, mano. Exatamente. É isto aqui bem limpo, que passar daqui uma parte do tesouro aqui. Põe mais outra aqui
The
também.
first treasury was completed. Soon greedy evil's little snots would fill it with gold.
Bem louco.
You know the golden rule, right? Whoever has the gold makes the rules.
Ok. Se tu achas que isso é para contrariar. Tá bem, mas eu não tenho sítio para o urmo. Vou trair urmo. Se fazer muita poucazinha coisa ainda. Oh my god. Ah, para não 350, tenho 400 e tal. Deixa até quieto. É louco. Está quase no fim.
Right now, the restricted evil was only able to call upon orcs and little snots. But there had been rumors that some goblins were hiding out in a cave somewhere close by. The exploratory evil would be sure to follow this line of inquiry.
Contratar mais uns bichinhos destes. Isto é onde? Isso serão. Fazer mais B.
The strategy guidebook, Dungeons for Dummies, the warmongering evil had hired the first orc. As ancient wisdom says, violence is a solution, usually the only one.
Yeah. Ok, despachei aqui.
The first brewery was completed. Soon beer would be flowing like a river, and an Oktoberfest atmosphere would pervade all. Would the ultimate evil put the beer baron out of business? Such a duff reference.
Ai que filão duro, meu.
The ultimate evil should never forget to keep a watchful eye on its beer and gold stores. If its creatures can't help themselves whenever they need to, the steady pounding in the rocks had given rise to overworld rumors of a new dungeon. A group of heroes set out to plunder its riches, and the ultimate evil was already looking forward to this visit.
Cada vez que eu faço este riso, eu fico... Bem louco até. Pois é, meu.
The ultimate evil slowly made itself cozy underground. Although this was a sensible decision, there was a large and lovely
Olha, fixe. Ficou bugado.
Another orc entered the service of the military-savvy evil. The horde was growing and prospering.
Ah, aquele aí o gajo.
The time to attack appeared to be right. On the surface, in the tavern of a small, miserable village, some adventurers gathered. They were acquiring Dutch courage for their visit to the dungeon by downing several beers. The dungeon had to be destroyed.
Não, não, não.
It's payday.
Pronto, vamos controlar os gajos.
That poor bunny. How could you? I mean...
The vile evil, in a display of ruthlessness, vented its anger on this sweet little bundle of fur.
Tragic.
Isto é um game, meu. Algum de vocês vai buscar aquilo? Não sei o que, bora. Não dá para os agrupar todos. Não dá. Bora. Chavaça. Chavaça que é bicho.
A
Chavaça gajo.
strange odor spread through the ultimate evil's dungeon. It vowed that in the future it would eat fewer beings.
Tá aqui é todos o mesmo. Se atacar é todos o mesmo é muito fácil. Mais difícil são esses bordalhões, ao que parece. Vai, bora. Bora. Bora, meu. Vai então aqui acabar com a primeira vila. Não, isto agora pertence ao mal, deixa estar aí que isso agora pertence ao mal.
A delicious rumble announced the fact that the village's last house had crashed to the ground. Ha! There would be no more heroes meeting there to seek out the dungeon of the destruction-hungry evil. The hunting lodge of King Robert lay in the north. It was there that the ultimate evil would finally get its long-awaited revenge. However, it looked pretty damn well guarded. Maybe it should first visit the cave to the west, inhabited by a clan of goblins, where the cunning evil could do a little negotiating.
Estou a ver o que é que está aqui.
In the meantime, several carnivorous penguins had begun to make their way to the ultimate evil's dungeon. They would arrive eventually, but definitely not before
Bem
this
louco.
story is ended.
Vamos ficar aqui antes e pronto. Fazer uma agora levar aqui no 1. Eu costumo salvar sempre, sim. Yes. E bom pessoal, espero que tenham gostado deste pequeno episódio, acho que foi pequeno, espero que tenham divertido e que tenham gostado dos meus vídeos que eu tenho posto ao longo da semana, e até à próxima, e like e favorito, e quis na bunda.